Now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Over.
Johnson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Double tight. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
Johnson looking to impress early on with an eye toward more carries as the Lions come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Gun! It's just me and you. Over.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch tight end's right. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Safety's creeping. Leopard. Gun. Quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Gun.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 9. Watch him now, Barney. Check, 48's the mic.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Hey, Mike 51. Gun.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hey, turn it out.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Cut. Ready. Go Delta. Kill. Go Delta.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Delta. Go Delta. Here we go. 5 down. Hey, watch the ship. Check three.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's the former Redskin, Brian Arakpo, in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Sack, baby, sack. Eat.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Get wide now. Crunch.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Bridgewater now on second down. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
Watch him now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
3 down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
4 down. Over.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, and hit them over the top.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, yeah!
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check 99. Check 99. Whip.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle here to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Gun!
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jones. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit!
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Winnie! Go Delta! Go Delta! Go Delta!
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
First down, Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And some room to work. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let it go deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. A look at one. Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yes. Go Delta. Go Delta. Hey, watch.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hey. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Shift.
again, it's Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, good move. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
5 down, 5 down.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Zach Brown. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch twist. Watch
over. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 51 to Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast, game the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Delta. Get on the point right here. Watch 18.
Go Delta. Set. At 20. Ready.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Mike 56.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking long for his tight end read. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Over.
Back to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Check. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we gonna make the...
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, man. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. On the toss, here's Johnson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
4 down, check, 4 down.
He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
48 Mike.
Over!
And they'll run it here. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Over!
48's the Mike.
Over!
They go to Johnson again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Check 48 to the mic. Check 48.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch out. Detroit!
Right back to him on first down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
You got 3 down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Quick the edge.
Watch him now, Barney.
A toss, left side, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
That's it, baby. Here we go. Gotta go.
I got 8.
Go Delta.
Bunch set. Eyes up. Bunch set.
Go Delta. 56.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch safety creep.
Go Delta.
Safety's creeping.
Go Delta.
Watch it.
No.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Sponge. No.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On second down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, alert 48.
They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
51.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Space to maneuver at the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Set. 20. Single receiver. Hey, you're
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and it's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
He's checking. Crash. Check nickel.
Bridgewater with a keeper. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Teddy Bridgewater, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that.